What's up, YouTube? Tristan Creed. We're gonna get on this video featuring Monday Night Raw from yesterday. Let's get it on. CM Punk immediately would have some strong words for Seth freaking Rollins, and Seth wasn't gonna let that slide. So Seth came out in the crowd. He also had some words for CM Punk, and if you know the WWE, you know this led to a brawl, and it led to quite the brawl too. Usually it lasted a lot longer than the usual one did. They were really fighting some security guards off. No one really came out on top, but someone will coming up this January, because this match is official for the first Raw of the year, the first Raw of Netflix, and it's sure to be another big match. It looks like first Raw of the year here is going to be massive. I mean, we already got Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa to see who's the real tribal chief. And now we got CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins in a massive grudge match. It's going to be good. Both these matches are going to be good. This card's only going to keep getting better. And as far as my prediction for CM Punk, Seth Rollins goes, let's go CM Punk. He's got to teach Seth a lesson, man. I love Seth freaking Rollins, but he's getting a little angry, and it's not going to turn out well for him, I think. So I think Punk's got to shut up Seth freaking Rollins for once. But either way, whoever wins, it's sure to be a great match. And great promo work leading up to it, too. So, now, getting into our first match of the night was an Intercontinental title match between Bron Breakker and Ludwig Kaiser. Now, Ludwig Kaiser has been doing some great stuff recently. He's really conniving, I think is a good word for it. And he's really smart, too. People don't give him credit for what he can do in there. I mean, in this match alone, he really picked apart Bron Breakker's left shoulder, I believe it was. It was a shoulder. It was one of them. I don't remember. But he really tore apart his shoulder. And if he hurt it bad enough, that could come into play in future matches. And with Breakker being the powerhouse guy he is, he relies on having his arm strength to do his gorilla press, to do even his clothesline, his spear, climbing the ropes. It's a lot. And I mean, if that injury persists and if it gets worse, it could cost him the title. There's some standout moments from this match. Ludwig Kaiser attempting his drop kick on the outside, like into the steps. He would attempt that, going around the ring. And when he'd get to where he thought Bron Breakker was, he wasn't there. He wasn't sitting against the steps like he was before. And where was Bron Breakker? Behind him. He must have ran around the ring at the same time Kaiser did, got behind him and hit him with a big shoulder tackle, and threw him back in the ring. Now this match would end with a big super spear from Bron Breakker, with one arm, by the way, one arm, picking up the win. Bron Breakker remains your Intercontinental Champion. There'd be three quick little segments that were thrown in. First of all, we'd hear about Cody Rhodes. He's in a hospital currently. Well, he was in a hospital after taking that package pile driver from Kevin Owens on Saturday night's main event last Saturday. There was worry of a fractured spinal cord in his neck. Turns out it's okay. It's not fractured. He's taking some time to rest up, heal up. He should be back soon. It's looking like his title reign won't be in danger, and he should be able to continue competing within a couple weeks. Good news. Glad he's okay. Hope Kevin Owens gets what's coming to him. But on that same note, this is what was coming to Cody Rhodes after he cheated on Saturday night's main event. So, is Kevin in the wrong? Did Kevin do the right thing? No. But was it deserved? It kind of was. But I have a feeling that Cody's not done with Kevin. And I don't think Kevin's done with Cody either. So this is probably going to come back around possibly at the Royal Rumble. I think that's our next pay-per-view. Could be, there's another Saturday night's main event coming up January. So it could happen there. Could happen at the Rumble. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully Randy Orton will be back by then and he can do something. It's sure to be great either way. Then we'd see Liv Morgan along with Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic Mysterio in the ring. They'd talk for a little bit before Rhea Ripley would make an appearance, challenging Liv Morgan for her title. It wasn't stated where this would be happening. It was just a challenge that was laid out. Most likely going to be accepted. I hope so. And wherever it happens, whenever, let's get Rhea back her title. I love Mommy. She's my all-time favorite women's wrestler. She's got this in the bag. She's got to win her title back. Please and thank you, but I don't think there's much doubt in my mind that Rhea's going to win that title back. With what's been happening in the Judgment Day 2 especially, things are kind of falling apart over there. Rhea's just getting stronger. It's not going to end well for Liv Morgan, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And then lastly, real quick, we saw Karrion Kross, Miz, Final Testament all backstage, and Karrion Kross would tell Miz that he is going to be fighting Dexter Lumis next week on Raw. Miz wasn't very excited about this because he's got history with Dexter Lumis, and Dexter Lumis is the one that kidnapped him when he was taken in by the Wyatt Six. So there's some fear there. There's some history there. It's probably going to be a good match. Definitely going to be some interference from both sides. Dexter Lumis is probably going to be winning that match. That's my prediction for that. That sums up those 3 segments. We have another match coming up. This one for the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament. This match would feature Zoey Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, and Kayden Carter. Not a very interesting match, considering this was mostly tag team wrestlers. Nothing against that. Our winner would be Zoey Stark, coming out on top after Raquel would attempt a Tahana Bomb on Kayden Carter, but Zoey would hit a missile dropkick off the top rope into a Z360, picking up the pinfall victory. I think Zoey is super talented, but she suffers from lack of character work. And it's really hard to get over with fans and the company with lack of character. And it's a common issue. It's the worst I've noticed with Zoey Stark, though. Everyone else, you can think of like what they are, what they represent when you think of them. With Zoey Stark, she's always just kind of there. She's just in the match. She's just there for that promo. And I can't tell you who she is. She's just a girl. And it needs work. I think if she really works on it, she figures out a good gimmick, she can get over, because she's crazy talented. She just needs character work, mental work, promo work. And I'm sure she'll get there if she really sticks with it and focuses on building up that character, making a connection with fans, whatever that may be. So Zoey continues in the tournament, but my pick for winning the Women's Intercontinental title is still Lyra Valkyria. 2 backstage segments would follow that match. The first one featuring the Alpha Academy, that being Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree. Now, they would have a run-in with American Made, that being Chad Gable, and the Creed brothers, as well as Ivy Nile. So Chad, looking for someone to pick on, would start to get face-to-face with Otis, insulting Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa, and he decides it's time to get rid of them. And being the wimp and the sucker that Chad Gable is, he wants Tozawa, of course. Next week, I'm assuming we're going to get Chad Gable versus Akira Tozawa. Hoping Tozawa pulls out a win here. He's done it before. Love to see him do it again. Let's go, Akira Tozawa. We then see Kairi Sane, along with Io and Dakota. And Kairi's hurt. She was just attacked by the PFC. It looks like they broke her hand or slammed it in a road crate. We're losing Damage Control members like freaking flies, man. What happened to the Damage Control members? We lost Asuka. Bayley got kicked out. Kairi just got injured. I mean, didn't we just get Dakota back? I mean, why is Damage Control even still around? It's not Damage Control without all of them. Hoping Kairi, speedy recovery here. Hope maybe she's not even injured. I hope she's not injured. That would suck. But, I mean, Kairi's one of my favorite members of Damage Control, then, like, Io, probably. And it sucks that she's gone. She's a really talented superstar. Hoping she gets back soon, or hoping she's not gone at all. I just hope we stop losing Damage Control members. Like, they're all going to be gone at this rate. It'll be okay, I'm sure. They've probably got something big planned for him. Hopefully Asuka comes back. I'd love to see Asuka back. And with that all wrapped up, let's get into our main event. Main event was an amazing match. I liked this match more than the entirety of Saturday night's main event. I mean, it was so well put together. It was so exciting. And this match was the War Raiders versus the Judgment Days, Finn Balor and JD McDonough for the World Tag titles. And the War Raiders did not come to play. They came to dominate, and dominate they did. They had some massive offense, and JD McDonough and Finn Balor really struggled to get anything going. And I mean, how could they when they're fighting guys twice their size, too? I mean, the War Raiders lost weight, but they're still huge compared to Finn Balor and JD McDonough, especially, who are both pretty small guys. It was looking great until some of the Judgment Day dirty tactics would come into play. And the dirty tactics, they weren't interference. It was just, classic dirty wrestling. Because Judgment Day was banned from ringside here. I was getting worried. It was looking bad. I thought it was over. Until the most clutch pin break that I have ever seen happened. The crowd erupted for this pin breakup from Ivar. I haven't heard the crowd pop that much for a pin break ever. I think that's because it was so well timed and the crowd was so convinced it was over. I was convinced it was over. I even popped a little bit for that pin break. It's just a timing thing. It's just the kind of thing that comes with a bit of luck and a whole lot of practice. And props to Ivar for that. And of course, after that pin breakup, the Judgment Day would drop Ivar and Eric, and then they'd look to get some chairs involved in this match, which was not a good thing. And I was like, they're still going to lose, crap. Until Damian Priest would stop Finn Balor from grabbing a chair. And let me tell you, you have no idea how bad I wanted the man stopping Finn Balor from using a chair to be Edge. I don't know why I had that thought. I think I've just been missing Edge recently. And if you're really that type of person, Adam Copeland. But I wanted Edge back. I miss him. I heard the Judgment Day theme song, and I heard like the "You think you know me? You never did." And then the Judgment Day theme song would play. I really feel like Edge and the Judgment Day should have lasted so much longer than it did. I mean, overall, I just want my boy Edge back. He's like one of my all-time favorites. And the injury he got in AEW is just, it's kind of sad. It's likely he won't get back in the ring ever. I'm hoping he does. If he does, I'm going to watch some AEW. I've never watched AEW, but if Adam Copeland comes back, he's got a match, I'm tuning in. Because I just love him so much. He's so talented on the mic, in the ring, outside of the ring. It's just so great. And I take a lot of inspiration from him in my own wrestling. That being trampoline wrestling. But that's not important, is it? I love Edge. We're going to get past that now. Because it wasn't Edge, it was Damian Priest. I mean, in this match, though, Damian Priest being there didn't get the crowd as excited as that pin breakup did before. And, I mean, without him, they probably would have lost due to some cheating from the Judgment Day. But thanks to Damian Priest, he stopped them, and we got new tag champs. I was so happy for the War Raiders. They're one of my favorite tag teams right now. And I hope this is going to be a great title run from them. I hope it lasts a long time. And I hope they have good challengers, too, because good challengers are what make a good tag team. And it's really happy. Great episode of Raw, really. 10 out of 10 episode of Raw. Like I said before, this match beats out Saturday Night's main event on its own. And that's just my opinion. And you got to live with it. So, thanks for watching. Tune in next time when I go over Friday Night SmackDown. And have a great day.